Right. Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 333. Now, last week I said we talked about the Shankara stones. We talked about the Ark of the Covenant. Now let's talk about the Holy Grail. Yeah, man. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Yeah, this is it, man. This is what supposed to have been the last of the big ones for of the Indiana Jones franchise. This was supposed to have been the last, or maybe yeah, it was supposed to have been the last, but yeah, nothing lasts forever. But yeah, man. But yeah, this is from the initial films. This was definitely the last one. But yeah, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade back in 1989. 1989 was dominated by sequels. The year of the sequels, with the exception of Batman. Every single movie that came out in '89 was a sequel. But yeah, I'll tell you, yeah, this one though, definitely one of the most memorable. Definitely one of the most memorable of of that big slew of sequels that came out. Yeah, but yeah, man, this one, our favorite swashbuckling archaeologist. Yeah, Indiana Jones, Dr. Henry Jones Jr. Yeah, this was the this movie. Yeah, of course, it starts out, starring Harrison Ford, Denholm Elliott, Alice, Allison Doody, John Rhys-Davies, Julian Glover, and of course, the late great Sean Connery, James Bond himself. Yeah, playing playing Indiana Jones' daddy, Henry Jones Sr. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This movie, yeah, it started out. It started out with the pretty much a small origin story of how Indiana Jones became Indiana Jones. You know, yeah, 13-year-old Henry Jones, played by the late great River Phoenix. You know, yeah, he was yeah, he discovered a group of grave robbers who have found a golden crucifix belonging to Francisco Vasquez de Corodo, Cor- Coron, Coronado, Coronado, Francisco Vasquez de Coronado, of a name, and steals it from them, hoping to donate it to a museum because that's where it belongs. It belongs in a museum. Yeah, the men give chase through a passing circus train, leaving Indiana with a bloody cut across his chin from a bullwhip and a new phobia of snakes. All the traits that we now know of Indiana Jones. This is how it all happened. Yeah, especially when he got his hat. This is how it all happened. Yeah, Indiana escapes, but the local sheriff makes him return the cross to the robbers, who immediately turns it over to the mysterious benefactor wearing a Panama hat. The old fedora. Impressed by the boys' bravery, the leader of the robbers gives Indiana his fedora. So yeah, 26 years later, in 1938, Indiana Jones fights Panama Hat and his henchmen on a ship off the coast of Portugal, escaping overboard just before the ship explodes. He recovers the cross and donates it to Marcus Brody's museum because that's where it always belonged. But yeah, man, that's how it that's how it that's how it all started. That's how it all really started. He pretty much ran full circle on that one. And then a little bit later, Indiana Jones finds out about the Holy Grail. And he also finds out that his dad is missing. So yeah, he goes off and looks for both. And encounter quite a few things along the way. Yeah, a woman named Elsa Schneider, Dr. Elsa Schneider, and he have a little run in. Since he's dealing with Nazis again. I hate these guys. Since he's dealing with Nazis again, he has a little short run in with the leader of that whole regime, Adolf Hitler himself. Yeah, without saying anything, he just have a little encounter with him. He literally bumped right into him in the crowd. In that crowd, he bumped right into him. Yeah, Hitler, takes the book that Indiana had in his hand, signs his name to it, and gives it back to him. So yeah, that was intense and pretty short, but intense nonetheless. I mean, yeah, you stand in the face of evil, and he didn't blink. But yeah, yeah, the Holy Grail though, yeah, that's that was the objective. Now, could have been the main objective or the secondary objective, but family comes first though. That who he was really searching for, his own dad. And when he found his dad, it was a little bit of a painful experience. Yeah, he went into the place that his dad was being held in, and he gets bumps on the head about it. He clocked on the head. Yeah, dad comes in, he leans forward, Junior, yes sir. But yeah, man. But I'll tell you though, man, this movie though, a lot of great great moments that came out of it. A lot of great moments to come out of it. I mean, the motorcycle scene was it was pretty funny. It was real good. It was a real good sequence. Indy driving a motorcycle, and his dad is in the sidecar, and he go, yeah, and his dad, he's being jerked around for all the turns and everything like that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch, man. But yeah, I tell you, yeah. But um, when when damn, trying to remember the grill itself, the grill itself. When Indy, he tried to well, he tried to save Elsa Snyder. After she double crossed everybody, yeah, he tried to save her. She tried to reach for the Holy Grail. He needed her hand, and she slipped. She falls into the chasm. Indy started to fall. His dad grabs onto his hand, and yeah, and Indy, yeah, he's looking at the grill. Man, he looked back at his dad. He looked back at the grill. He trying to get him. He got his finger on it. He can just he can reach for it. He can reach for it. He almost got it. He got it. He's right there. And yeah, his dad just told him to just let it go. You know, he needed his other hand. Just let it go. So yeah, yeah, even though he had the treasure, yeah, out of all the treasures that he have retrieved over the years, it was the Holy Grail, that one that that got away, the one that got away. Even though he had it right there, it was right there. He had it right there. He could reach for it. He could touch it. Yeah, Dad told him to let it go. Just let it go. Yeah, so yeah, he said, yeah. So Henry Jones saved his own son. Yeah, man. This movie though, lots of lots of excitement all throughout. It kind of dragged a bit with the story. It just a little bit of a slow burn, a little bit of a slow burn. It had its action. This movie it's an action adventure, but it's a little bit different than the other two. But yeah, it's action. It's the action adventure that you would expect from any Indiana Jones film. But yeah, it's a little bit different from the other two though, because the story was it was a little bit more deep, a little bit more personal. The whole father son dynamic that we weren't accustomed to in other films. But yeah, with this one, you know, yeah, that's what we had. That's what we dealt with. That's what Spielberg wanted to give to us. You know. So yeah, seeing those guys, the chemistry and everything like that. Yeah, it's just cool to see that James Bond just happened to be Indiana Jones's father. But yeah, the movie though, everything that went down, and then yeah, we have we have we had Indiana Jones, his dad, Marcus, and Sulla, all four of them, right off into the sunset, literally on horseback. They ride off into the sunset. That was that right there. That right there is the perfect ending. That right there is the perfect ending. Yeah, we have our heroes. After the job is done, we have our heroes just ride off into the sunset, and the theme song plays plays over it. Yeah, great stuff though. This movie is just great stuff all the way through, man. I mean, yeah, nostalgia. Yeah, it just plays a huge role in once you sit down, you watch it back, and you just think about the good old days of when you watched it for the first time. If you remember watching it for the first time, but yeah, you know, yeah, the whole experience all together, all at once. Yeah, you can't beat it. You really can't beat it, especially with an ending like that. I mean, when you have your heroes literally right off into the sunset, yeah, that is the perfect ending. And yeah, this movie, it gets a perfect score. Man. It gets a perfect score of a 5 out of 5. Yeah, that's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Well, now that I'm finished talking about that big one, next week another big one, another big one. I'm going to close out. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're finally going to get this one out of the way. Yeah, the Galactic Empire, they may have won this battle, but the Rebel Alliance, they're going to win the war. Yeah, somebody going to get dropped into a chasm, and somebody's going to get redeemed. But yeah, it's going to be one hell of a ride next week, though. So you keep it locked right here for that one. Chicken Mother shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack. Yeah. Indiana Jones, yeah, even though he hate being called Junior, he liked being called Indiana because that was the name of his dog. And he had a lot of fun memories with that dog. But yeah, that was great. Like I said, that was a great ending. And this show is off.